Okay, so after you take the sensor out of the package, you'll want to check the fluid levels and fill the silicone oil and the potassium chloride until they are to the top. We use a syringe that is a very long sensor syringe, and I can give you the name of this to order. There's a fill hole on the side of each sensor that you just have to find where this syringe will go in. And you want to insert it carefully because it is very fragile. And then you can just start to fill the syringe to top it off. If your syringes are not filled when you receive them, you probably want to start with a drop of methanol before you add the salt solution so that you can get the solution all the way down to the tip. And for the silicone oil, we have a blunt needle tip so that when you put it into the center of the sensor, it won't actually stab anything. So there's also a fill hole in the center. It can be difficult to find, but you just want to top everything off to make sure there are no bubbles when you go to use your sensor. Now the yellow cathode, or the yellow guard cathode, is very easy to disturb if you tug on the wire, so you want to be careful and gentle with it. The black is the main cathode and the blue is the reference. We can go ahead and insert these into our sensor holders. This is the new holder that we use from Unisense. In order to insert your sensor, you want to loosen the bottom piece and move the silicone sleeve down, and you see there's a lock ring at the top that you have to move from its locking groove and then slide down the shaft so that you can get to the bulkhead where you need to connect your sensor. This pulls out and your sensor is inserted on the bottom. And very gently, making sure these are very loose, you can slide your sensor up inside the holder. Until you're able to see the pins. Then you want to lock this nut and attach your sensor connectors to the bulkhead. Very gently, not tugging on the wires of the sensor. And you once again loosen this so that you can pull the bulkhead into the holder to position the sensor. There is a little notch that you may see that lines up with the notch in the holder. Because you want to make sure those are lined up when you pull it in. And once you get the last bit in there and it's tight, you have to push down in order for it to snap into place. So I don't hold on to the sensor at that time, I just gently make sure it's not going to fall, but I allow it to move in the shaft as I push down on the bulkhead. And then you retighten this to hold the sensor tightly. And then reposition the locking pieces. And you push your sleeve back up, and then you fill it with the silicone solution.